I used to think if I couldn't find hope, I should just let it all go. I used to think if I couldn't make dreams come true, I should just let them all go. When life seems impossible, look from a new angle. Change just one little thing. When life feels intolerable, find your true source of love. Concentrate, focus on love. Center now, focus on love. Dedicate, focus on love.
Awesome. Welcome
Focus
everyone
on,
to
focus
the
on
Spearitual here at the Soul Station. I am your Pat, teacher, advisor, and coach. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and dive into the lesson for mid-month of August. We're picking up off of session 1, lesson 1. So this is considered session 1, lesson 2. And we're still discovering love. We're still on that subject matter of love. So what we're going to start with going forward is Matthew 22, okay? And we're going to be reading verses 37 through 39, okay? And that's the first book of the New Testament, okay? Matthew 22. And we're going to start with verses 37, and we're going to end at 39, okay? And it says, "But last of all, he sent unto them his son, saying, They will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, This is the heir. Come, let us I'm sorry, am I reading the right one? Matthew 22. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong chapter. Okay, Matthew 22, 37. Jesus said unto them, Thou shalt love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all of the law and the prophets." So I went on over to 40, didn't mean to do that. But again, let's go back for a minute. "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind." This is the first and great commandment. The second is similar to it, to love your neighbor as yourself. Now, I posed a question a few weeks ago about how to love your neighbor, and if the balance was appropriate, if you have a nasty neighbor, if that's how they know love, should you show love the same way they give it, or do you do the opposite and you exercise the things that we discussed last week, which we'll get back to in just a moment. Now, when it came to love, it talked about the law. So we know, some of us know, that the law in terms of the Bible, because we're starting with this book. I prefer this book because this is a global book, okay? And everyone around the world is affected by the Bible. It's not the oldest book, but I will say it's one of the greatest books ever written. So we're going to go to Exodus 20th, okay? That's the second book of the Old Testament, okay? Exodus 20. Just put my glasses on. Okay. And we're going to start with verses 3. And verse 3 says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Okay. 4 says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Okay. 7 says, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy." Okay. Go down to 12. "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's." Okay. You can reread this on your own time, but we just want to kind of dabble into the elements of what we refer to as love, okay? So let's flip back, because these are the commandments, okay? And these commandments represent acts. If you love God, this is what you do. When you love your parents, this is what you do. When you love your neighbor, this is what you do. This is how you act, and this is how you should think. So let's go back to 1 Corinthians 13. That's the New Testament, all the way towards the back. There's 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians. Okay, so 1 Corinthians 13. Okay. And this title, Love is the Greatest Gift. Again, though I speak with the tongue of men and of angels and have not charity. So we're going to substitute charity, the word charity, with love. And have not love, I am become as a sounding brass or tinkling cymbal. So to me, you just noisy. You just saying shit. You just saying stuff. Okay? And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all this faith so that I can remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing. How can that be? How can it be when I'm doing all of these things, but if I don't have love, you're nothing? Okay? That's why I am urging people to dabble deep into the meaning of love, because I don't believe you can live anything you can't define. Okay, so let's take it to the board. Wonderful. So hopefully you all can see the board clear enough, where we discussed love in session 1, lesson 1, and we gave it titles. Okay, so we gave Gil, God is love, and we discussed the first and only scripture in the Bible that discusses or describes God's love is that he gave his only begotten son. There's nothing else in there that talks about God loving mankind or humanity other than he gave his only begotten son. All the other scriptures I have researched and learned through life has always been our love towards him and our love towards each other. Okay? I haven't even really discussed scriptures that talk about loving yourself. Okay? Now, when we talk about the love of us, we titled it Lou, right? Lou. And in 1 Corinthians 13, it talked about all of these different stuff. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, that's a sacrifice. But I don't have love, it profits me nothing. What's the gain if you're doing all of this and you don't have love? But what is love? I mean, really, what is love? And then it says, love suffereth long and is kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. It don't give itself a whole lot of self-importance. That's what vaunteth is really discussing. But it starts to detail what it's not. Okay, so we talked about the ingredients of love: kindness, giving, caring. And then we got to a little rough spot where it talks about it envieth not. We called it jealousy, okay? And it just so happened Lou is involved in jealousy, the love of us, okay? I got a little surprise for you in the end, okay? So it's not puffed up. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you have people that become, they say they love you, but they become a little condescending, like, okay, maybe they bailed you out of a situation and they're helping you, you know what I'm saying? And although it's an act, it looked like love, but condescending attitude, puffed up attitudes don't feel like love. And that's what we discussed last week. What is the difference between your feelings and how you think? What is love? How you feel and how you think are two totally different things. It says, it does not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil. Rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. You know, that kind of sounds like a friend. You know how to say, when your friends really love you, they really honest with you. They're not going to tell you what you want to hear, right? They're going to give you the truth, what you need to hear. Why would they do that? Because they love you. Well, what do you mean that you love me? Okay? So charity or love never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they will fail. Whether there be knowledge, it will vanish away. So we know that it's a season for everything. Everything will pass, but it's something about love that will not perish. Okay? It talks about we know in part, we prophesied in part, but when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away with. So, you know, when perfection comes, because the next verse gets really interesting, okay? It starts to talk about maturity. When your mind is different, when your mind is growing up, okay? You begin to take a different approach to life and humanity than you did when you were immature. Okay, so I want to share this one scripture with you regarding love, and it's coming out of John 15. Okay, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Okay, John 15. I want you to hear this one thing before we actually sum this up. And it's verse 13. Now this is Jesus speaking. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. So to Jesus, Yeshua, whatever you prefer to him as, Rabbi, for him, he said the greatest love of all is when people lay down their life for their friends. Now what does that mean, laying down your life for your friends? Because to me that is definitely an act of love. When you're showing kindness, that's an act of love. But let me tell you, people can be kind to you and be thinking about how to get rid of you at the same time. Okay? So that can't be love. Okay? Somebody can give you a gift, right? But behind that gift, there's a motive. So kindness and forgiveness can't be love, right? Somebody can be caring, okay? You sick in the hospital or you bed rest and they giving you soup. They caring for you, but it's arsenic in the soup. It's an act, but is it love? And we don't even have to talk about jealousy. That's a whole other subject, okay? Then Jesus said the greatest love is when somebody lay down their life for you, okay? And in my aspect, Jesus was willing to lay down his life for his friends, not for everybody. God gave him to the world. And when I say lay down your life for a friend, that don't necessarily mean at gunpoint. I've heard stories where people went and took charges for friends. They went to jail for them. That's laying down your life for a friend. Okay? I've heard people who, you know, out of reflex just jumped in the middle of a shooting for a sibling. You know, just not acting, just because of whatever that is, that connection. They lay down their life for their friends. So my question to you again for session 1, lesson 2, what is love? Define it for yourself. Because even in Exodus 20th, where it gives the law, which is telling you how to think. Then you have 1 Corinthians that's giving you all these acts. It still did not tell you exactly what it is, which I can appreciate. Because at least at that point, you are defining it for yourself. And guess what's next? You're going to measure yourself first. And I'm going to leave it on that note until next week. Thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee. I can't wait to bring you another one. Till then, one love, happiness, and peace. Take care. All right, hey, what's up, Beatles? Welcome to the Soul Station with the Spearitual Bee. Hope everyone is doing good. I hope you had a chance or took the time out to view the lesson for mid-month, and so we're going to jump on into your mid-month report, okay? Your mid-month report is a bronze level report, so we're going to use 3 different decks. Okay, I'm actually merging 2 decks into one. Okay, so you know the old famous Lion King deck. All right, and then I'm gonna back it up with the African Tarot, and then we're gonna sum it up with actually a sight card, and then we're gonna get that spiritual guide, oracle message, one or the other. And the center energy or event or person for mid-month is 9 of Cups, okay? 9 of Cups, 9 of Hearts, okay? That's the center of all of your energy. And what's underlining that energy is Queen of Diamonds, okay? Queen Pentacles. Twyla, the Queen Pentacle. I don't know if it's you or someone else is zeroing in on something, taking a closer look at plans, at finances. I'm hearing structures. I don't know, because this is domestic, like how things are set up, you know, because she also is like the backup, the backup of the workplace. You know, she's the manager. She's in charge. She's in charge. Okay. And this mid-month, you may be taking a closer look at some stuff because things are low. Now, this could be in reference to inventory, you know, finance. I don't know. Whatever you stock, this could be canned goods, you know, frozen foods. I don't know, but that's the underlying issue. Maybe you're shopping online. You're seeing a lot of good buys online. Some of you are looking into advancing your skill. Maybe you have a new interest into something that you may want to do from home. Okay, maybe this is training. Maybe the manager wants you to look at some videos. You know what I'm saying? For your position. I don't know. It could be videos about anything, you know. I feel like you're already in it, whatever it is. But then again, this could be your orientation material. This could be things that have to do with like your physicality. Whatever has to do with your position at work, okay? For those of you who work outside the home, those of you who work inside the home, I see you enjoying things online, taking in a lot of cues, you know what I'm saying, and clues for whatever it is that you're trying to develop. Or maybe you're getting some good advice online on how to manage maybe your business or your mind, your mindset as well. Overall, we have the, it's funny we said mindset, we have the 8 of Swords here as your overall energy. Okay, and it's based on the reverse King of Cups. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the Knight. That's the Knight of Cups. I thought that picture was different. It's coming out of the Knight of Swords. And you have an outcome of justice. This could be wonderful. I don't know. Let's see, underlining all that's the Page of Cups. Okay. This could allude to some type of advice or a soul connection that you have. Somebody you may have the hots for. This is a new interest. Or maybe they have the hots for you. Or like you're hot. I think somebody's sending you a message or thinking about sending you a message, or you thinking about sending them a message. I was just getting ready to say that it makes sense. Okay, because somebody is trying to sift something out. You're trying to get information. You're trying to. Trying to see if things are cool, things are good. You know what? I'm hearing good luck, but really is what is. I feel like there's something fortunate about this connection, this advice. I'm also getting good aura. So it's got something about the energy, okay? Something about the energy with whoever you're talking to. I don't know if you feel like you don't know how to come off or you're second guessing it, because it seems like somebody is feeling a little backwards about stuff, like up in the air about stuff. Somebody wants to be smart about their decisions. I don't know why I'm here to keep your head up, but I'm here to keep your head up. Okay, so we have the core energy is based on the Knight of Cups reverse. So this is a letdown or turn down, or maybe some indecision here regarding your feelings, or maybe about whether or not you want to follow through on something. You may like it, but maybe it's about the time. Maybe I'm hearing the word aspirations. Maybe not feeling it, maybe you're not, maybe this is whatever it is, you don't aspire to that. Some of you, you're turning away from something because of the charge. There's a cost here. There's a price to pay here. And somebody's trying to figure out how to get around it or how to fix it. How to go with something. It's got something to do with, well, I feel like that you do have something, it is something passionate here. Something that you really like, something you wouldn't mind getting involved with, dabbling with. It probably fits what you already do. I feel like you already had a conversation about this. This is with a close connection or somebody you're interested in. It's maybe somebody you have a hearts for. They have a heart, maybe you have a hearts for each other. But there is something off about it. It's like I was like, what the fuck? Or I don't know. You know how you like the idea of something, but you don't know because of, I don't know, maybe you never thought of it before. He said it would be nice, it would be nice, you thought about it or you thinking about it, but it's almost like you need to jump on it now, or maybe it'll seem like you need to get on it like right away and just For some reason, I just keep feeling like it wasn't the time, but I still feel like it weighs on your mind, whatever it is. I don't know if you've been waiting on a message or you're going to get a message that's going to kind of like, I feel like this message is going to help you unlock unlock whatever it is that was all these thoughts that was holding you back. It's like you get a message. It could be from online. It could be an email message, but it helps you see your way. Right now you're just stagnant because you're unsure, you don't know yet. You got the information, but you don't know how it's going to work for you or which way to go or if this is the time. Oh, look what showed up. The Two of Swords reverse and the Seven of Wands reverse. Okay, well, it's time for you to make a decision to focus on something, to complete something, to establish something, to get started with something. For some of you, it's time for you to decide on how you want to open up. Open up for business. Some of you, it's time for you to decide if you want to focus on your own thing. Open up something for yourself. This is the time. But I keep feeling like it's connected to somebody else. You're waiting on... You got a lot to do, but you have to make up your mind. Because some of you had already made a commitment to do some other things, to open up something else. I feel like this is about opening up something else. What it is, I don't know. But a really smart manager is involved. Somebody that is good with inventory, that's good at managing people, good at making sure things get done. That's what a manager does. It's not even so much as being in charge of other people as much as it is as someone making sure everything is done, that we got the inventory that we need, you know, that we got the people that we need, that we got the money that we need, you know, a bookkeeper here. Somebody with a lot of good basic skills, maybe even accounting skills, because I also see her as an accountant. Maybe that was one of the fields you turned down. I don't know. But I feel like you're going to be making a decision. I feel like you're going to be reconsidering whether or not you want to follow through on. It's got to do with something that you love. It's got to do with something that you believe in. Some of you, it's got something to do with your holy grail. Like, you believe in this. This is your holy grail. You believe, like, God gave you this. Like, this is right. It's the right thing to do, you know. I feel like it's some of you you're gonna rethink this. You're gonna, well, how do I start? You know, I see people waiting on response, on messages, you know, trying to figure out some direction, which way to go in. I don't know why it's so tough it's so tough for you to get this information across. I know there is the Page of Cups here, which is a connection, an emotional connection, but it's still new. When it's in the Page of Cups, it's new, it's early. It's an early stage connection. But somebody got turned down or turned away or denied or just refused to follow through on this passion, on this holy grail, whatever it is. But you're making a decision, or somebody is. I don't know if it's this person who's sending you this message or you sending a message, but a decision is going to be made about whatever it is that you are peeking online. Because somebody is online getting this information, getting these presentations. Because for some of you, you want to know how much stuff costs, the investment, that's a smart move. Let's go ahead and sum it up with a sight word. Oh, so you have red and fish. Damn, didn't we? I forgot the fish, the fortune. The fish sometimes deal with prosperity. It's symbolic for prosperity. Okay, how to make that money. And fish, red may be of significance. I don't know. But it's about casting your net. When Jesus was coming through and she was in the early stages of meeting his disciples, and who then became his friends, they was having problems getting their prosperity. How they was going to eat and stuff. He told them that they needed to go to the other side. Today, that could be referenced to you may need to do something different. You may need to do something different. You may need to leave one thing, because sometimes the Eight of Swords can be escaping something, getting out of, escaping somewhere. I see some of you feel very protective too, that you do protect yourself. Feel very protective. Okay? Red. I don't know what red is for you. Cold. Putting on the brakes. This is kind of like putting on the brakes. Putting on the brakes. I don't know, you online. Is it Lady in Red? Hell, I don't know. Let's go ahead and do this Spirit by Oracle message. She's chosen the written word. So if you have not supported the station, please do that now. Thank you very much. We never know how these forecasts are going to play out. We could show up in the next one. So please know the comments do count. You can upgrade this read from bronze to copper in a matter of thumbs. Okay. Stay professional and have a good time with people at work. See them as professional relationships. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's Darius Forrest. That is really odd. So that's the person who's in orientation, They got to make some money. But I feel like if that's the case, you're doing it because you can't get something done, You're doing what you got to do because you can't do what you want to do. It's kind of like you're doing a two-way street. You're trying to focus on you at the same time. And underneath that, it deals with, you know, don't be adamant about certain likes and dislikes. Be flexible and try different possibilities as well as opportunities that life presents you with. This way, you will know how to fully live your life. And that's a Sagaro, the great guru. And hopefully this fit, but if not, just a quit. And I'm going to leave it here until the next one. Thank you so much, Beatles, for tuning into the Soul Station here with me, the Spearitual Bee. I can't wait till next time. Hey, do whatever it takes to hope you get resolved, and I hope that you can continue to find ways to make yourself happy. Hotep, and
I should just let it all